Hello students and welcome to the lecture. So students, as you can see here that basically in this lecture we are going to start with the list of the largest, longest and highest in the world. Okay, and commonly we often call them as the superlatives of the world. The superlative means that they are in the highest category in whatever way they are, like in the largest category, longest category and the highest category. Okay, and this is important from the quantitative exams point of view. Reason? Because many times we could see the question directly asked from this section. Directly you will see. And the most important part is that because this isn't part of the static GK, so mostly times when you see the question will be the pinpoint. And whenever you have to find the answer will be the pinpoint. Like if the question is, which is the highest tower in India? Okay. Then the question is very simple. Highest tower in India. For I'm just taking an example. So now you can say the question has been asked to you with a pinpoint. Answer would be the Qutub Minar. Again, the answer would also be the pinpoint. So that is what I'm trying to say. Question as well as the answer, both of them are in pinpoint accuracy. Okay. So that's why it's become important for us to learn about them and to keep them in our mind for a longer duration. Okay. The list of largest in world, the list of longest in world, and the list of highest in world. At last, we will have the summary of all of them. Okay. But as usual, before starting with this, there is a small disclaimer that we are required to understand first. And the disclaimer is like, the images used in a slide deck are for educational purposes only. We respect the intellectual property rights of the original creators and owners of these images. If you are the owner of any of the images used in this deck and have any concerns or issues, please contact us at sathee@iitk.ac.in and we shall remove the images. Now let's first begin the list of largest in the world. Like whatsoever in the largest categories. As in the starting I have told you, these are commonly known as the superlatives. Okay. And we have just segregated them in largest, longest and highest. Okay. So there is nothing to be different. Combinedly, superlatives separately, they are known by their respective things largest, longest, and highest. Got it? First is Russia. Russia is the largest country by landmass. Okay. Russia is the largest country by landmass, and Russia is only the world's country that is falls into the two different continents. Okay. Like Russia is that large, some part of this is in Asia and some part of this is in Europe. So technically, we call Russia as a Eurasian country. Eurasian means Europe plus Asia. Then we have China. China is the largest country by population. Okay. If we consider the population, then China is the largest country. By landmass, the Russia is the largest country. In terms of area, basically the Asia is the largest continent in the world. We know there are the 7 continents in the world: Asia, Europe, Antarctica, Australia, America, South America. All right. So now you can say out of these 7 continents, basically the Asia is the largest. Asia, Europe, North America, South America, Africa, Australia, and Antarctica. Then at last we have, okay, then after we have the Sahara. Okay. So Sahara is the largest hot desert. The deserts are the area where the vegetation is totally low and the climatic conditions are little bit harsh. Okay. To live in and to be inhabited. So basically, desert classified in two categories: cold and hot. Sahara is the world's largest hot desert that lies in the north of the African continent. And there is one thing also, kindly remember, Africa is a continent and South Africa is the country. Do not get confused in them. South Africa is a country and Africa is the continent. So North of Africa means not north of South Africa, but in north of African continent comprised by the several countries. Then the Amazon basin. It is the largest tropical rainforest in the world. Okay. Like tropical rainforest, what do you mean by this? Tropical rainforests are those forests which lies near the tropics, and these are evergreen forest because regularly they feed by the rainwater, so the vegetation is high here. All right. And Amazon basin is lies on banks of Amazon River, and it is the largest tropical rainforest in the world. Yarlung Zangbo Grand Canyon. This is the largest and deepest canyon in China as well as in the entire world. The Sundarbans Delta. Sundarban Delta is the largest river delta in the Bengal region of South Asia, and we know the Bengal lies in India. This consisting of Bangladesh and Indian state of West Bengal, and it is the world's largest delta found by any river. Okay. Then we have Greenland. Greenland is the world's largest island. Many times I have seen people who call Greenland is a continent, but that is not right. Greenland is not the continent. We have only 7 continent in world. The names are Asia, Australia, Europe, America, North America, sorry, South America, Africa, and then Antarctica. Greenland may seem as a continent on map, but it is not the continent. Actually, it is the island, and by its size, it is the largest island in the world. Then we have the Hudson Bay, which lies in Canada. Hudson Bay lies along the Hudson River. It is the largest bay in the world in terms of the total shoreline. Bay of Bengal is the largest bay in the world of in terms of total area. Okay. So remember, we have two bays. First is Hudson Bay, second one is Bay of Bengal. Both of them are largest in their own terms. Hudson largest in terms of total shore area. Bengal is largest in terms of total covered area. Got it? Then Arabian Peninsula. Arabian Peninsula is the largest peninsula of the world, located in the Middle East of and comprises 7 countries actually. These 7 countries are Saudi Arabia, Oman, Yemen, UAE, which is a short form of United Arab Emirates, Kuwait, Bahrain, and Qatar. Okay, so this is important. Like if the question asks you, like, which of the following is not a part of Arabian Peninsula, then what could be the answer? So remember, Arabian Peninsula is basically comprises the 7 countries of the world: Saudi Arabia, Oman, Yemen, UAE, Kuwait, Bahrain, and Qatar. Okay. Then we have Tamun Massif. Tamu Massif has been considered as the largest volcano on Earth. Okay. Philippine Sea. The Philippine Sea is the largest sea in the world. Remember, it is not the ocean, it is a sea. Largest ocean is Pacific and sea is Philippine Sea. The Pacific Ocean, as I have told you, largest as well as deepest. comprise of two superlatives, largest and deepest. All of the world's continents could fill into the Pacific basin. Okay, like alone Pacific with its basin could cover all the continents of the world. It is that large. Then we have the Great Canal. The Great Canal, known to the Chinese as the Beijing Hongzhou Grand Canal. It is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and the longest as well as one of the oldest canal or artificial river in the world, that having the total length of Grand Canal is 1776 kilometers. It is that large. Remember, Grand Canal is also known as the Beijing Hongzhou Great Canal. Okay, so there is no difference between the two, both are the same, but the name is different. Then we have Three Georges Dam. Three Georges Dam is a hydroelectric gravity dam. It spans over the Yangtze River, located in Yaling District, Yichang, Hubei Province, China. The Three Georges Dam is the world's largest power station in terms of the installing capacity, which is nearly about 22,500 megawatts. Okay, that much is the installing capacity. Then we have the Masjid Al Haram. Masjid Al Haram is the largest mosque in the world, which is located in the city of Makkah, and that is the famous place where the Muslim faith people do their Hajj, which is the religious tour to the place. Then we have Library of Congress. The Library of Congress actually built in 1800 in the Washington DC. It is the largest library in the world in the both as the shelf space and the number of books contained. The Louvre Museum. Louvre Museum is the world's largest art museum and a historical monument in Paris, France. Then we have the Spring Temple. The Spring Temple Buddha is the world's largest statue, and it has also been listed in the Guinness World Book Records for its standing height of 128 meters, which is nearly about 520 feet tall from the base of the lotus pedestal. All right, from the lotus pedestal, it actually stands out for 420 feet or 128 meters. Then we have world's largest bell that actually sits on the grounds of Kremlin in Moscow. Kremlin is the place where most of the Russian leadership resides. Shanghai City. Shanghai City is the largest city in the world if we consider the population. Then Great Barrier Reef. Great Barrier Reef in Australia is the longest coral reef in the world. Okay. Lake Kariba. Lake Kariba is actually the world's largest man-made lake in terms of volume. Istana Nurul Iman, Brunei. It holds the title as the world's largest residential palace. Okay, like the palace where still the ruler or king lives. Jupiter, largest planet in our solar system. Caspian Sea, world's largest inland water body. Inland water body means it has been covered by the land from four the sides and then it lies between them. Gulf of Mexico, largest gulf in the world. Malay Archipelago. It is between the mainland Indochina and Australia, largest group of islands in the world. Then the Rangrado May Stadium, also known as May Day Stadium, largest stadium in the world located in Pyongyang, North Korea. Then Basilica of Our Lady of Peace, it is the largest church in the world. Angkor Wat, largest and the biggest temple complex in the world, which is located in Cambodia. India, it is the world's largest democracy. Greenland National Park, it is the world's largest national park. Now we have to discuss over the longest in the world. First, the Dangyang Kunshan Grand Bridge, which is world's longest bridge, nearly about 164.8 kilometers. This bridge is located between the rail line Shanghai and Nanjing in the East China's Jiangsu province. Okay. Then we have the Hirakud Dam. The Hirakud Dam that was built in actual 1957. It is the longest man-made dam in the world that lies in India on river Mahanadi. The Trans-Siberian Railway, which is famously known as the Moscow-Vladivostok line. It is spanning a length of 9,289 kilometers. It is the longest and one of the busiest railway lines in the world. Then we have the Lateral Tunnel. The Lateral Tunnel is about 24.51 kilometers long road tunnel, longest road tunnel in the world. Andes of South America forms the longest mountain chain in the world, stretching for an estimated distance of 7,000 kilometers. Then Nile River. It is the longest river in the world at 6,695 kilometers of length. Strait of Malacca, the longest strait in the world. The Strait of Malacca is a funnel-shaped narrow waterway of 800 kilometers long that connects the South China Sea and the Andaman Sea. The Strait of Malacca running between the peninsular Malaysia, southern Thailand and Sumatra, which is an island of Indonesia. June 21 is the longest day of the year. Then, the Great Wall of China is the longest wall in the world. Gulf of Mexico, bordered by the United States, Mexico, and the island nations of Cuba, world's largest gulf, has a coastline of about 5,000 kilometers. Boeing 747-8, longest passenger aircraft in the world. Now, the list of highest in the world. First, the highest mountain peak in the world is Mount Everest. Peak rises about 8,848 meters. Angel Falls lies in Venezuela. Highest waterfall in the world. Falls are nearly about 3,230 feet in height with an uninterrupted drop of 2,647 feet. Lake Titicaca at an elevation of 12,507 feet. It is in Andean Altiplano, which is the highest elevated lake in the world. Daocheng Yading Airport in China, world's highest airport by elevation of 4,411 meters. Tallest dam in the world is Jinping Dam, an arc dam in China at 305 meters. La Paz. La Paz, which is also the capital of Bolivia, is the highest capital in the world. La Rinconada, a small city in Altiplano, Peru, known for being the highest permanent city of the world at a height of 5,100 meters. Tibetan Plateau, largest and highest plateau in the world. The highest active volcano in the world is Ojos del Salado on the Chile-Argentina border in Central Andes, which rise approximately 6,887 meters. Here we have finished the topic. Now we have to see the summary. In this, we have seen the geography records like countries and continents, where we see Russia, largest landmass; China, largest by population; Asia, largest continent and by area; India, the largest democracy. In natural features, we have seen Sahara, largest hot desert basically. Amazon basin, largest tropical rainforest. Yarlung Zangbo Grand Canyon, largest and deepest canyon worldwide. Sundarban Delta, world largest delta. Greenland, largest island. Caspian Sea, largest inland body of water. Pacific Ocean, largest and deepest ocean. Deserts and rainforest point of view, we have seen Great Barrier Reef, longest coral reef. Tibetan Plateau, largest and highest plateau. Bodies and water, we have seen bays and gulfs. Hudson Bay, largest by shoreline. Bay of Bengal, largest by area. Gulf of Mexico, largest gulf. Islands and archipelagos, we have seen Malay Archipelago, largest group of islands. Infrastructures and construction basis, we have seen bridges and dams like Danyan Cushion Grand Bridge, longest bridge of the world, nearly about 6,164 kilometers. Hirakud Dam, longest man-made dam. Jinping I Dam, tallest dam, 305 meters. Railway and roads, we have seen Trans-Siberian Railway, longest railway line of 9,289 kilometers. Ladle Tunnel, longest road tunnel of 24 kilometers. Canals, we have seen Grand Canal, longest canal of 1,776 kilometers. Buildings and infrastructures, we have seen religious and cultural sites like Masjid al-Haram, largest mosque. Basilica of Our Lady of Peace, largest church. Angkor Wat, largest temple complex. Libraries and museums, we have seen Library of Congress, largest library. Louvre Museum, largest art museum. Stadiums and palaces, we have seen Rangradome Stadium, largest stadium. Istana Nurul Iman, largest residential palace. Natural records, we have seen mountains and waterfalls. Mount Everest, highest peak of 8,848 meters. Angel Falls, we have seen as the highest waterfall of 3,230 feet. Lakes and airports, we have seen Lake Titicaca, the highest elevated lake. Dao Chang Yading Airport, the highest airport, which lies at 4,411 meters of height. Volcanoes, we have seen Ojos del Salado, highest active volcano of 6,887 meters. Other records that we have seen, these are the Jupiter, largest planet in solar system. Shanghai, largest city by population. Three Georges Dam, largest power station by capacity, nearly about 22,500 megawatts. Longest day, June 21. So here we have finished the superlatives of the world. Kindly revise the facts and figures that all we have discussed in this lecture. Be ready for the next lecture. With this note, we are going to end this lecture and thank you.